Good evening. Welcome to my podcast, Talk About Everything and All About Nothing. This is episode 2, and I have my first guest. This is my husband, Mr. Marcus Leggett. Say hey, Marcus.
What's up? How y'all doing?
So tonight we're going to talk about what would you like to talk about, dear, since you want to do this episode 2 with me at your most leisure time.
Our day, and I like to do voices.
Our day, and he want to do voices.
Just I like to do the voices. You know, I like to ride in my pickup truck, come down to Dana and Marcus' house and sit on the porch and watch doggone Sebastian and Buffy just run around the yard and we drink some herbal tea together.
He think he's so funny. He do think he's so funny.
Herbal tea is for the big people over 200 pounds, in case you didn't know.
Like I say, he thinks so funny. How was your day, Marcus?
It was good. Finally got the opportunity to get back into a cold storage place that I used to work for years ago, and be able to make an impression and let them know that I actually had an application online with them, and I'm thinking that they pulled it, and all of a sudden I got a call while I was there, and I answered it after I left. And I had some good news that God is good, and He always has some doors open for you. It's for you to be able to accept Him and acknowledge Him and be obedient to Him and be able to grasp those opportunities as they come. So my opportunity was that they wanted to hire me with their company, and I'm so grateful for that.
That's what's up. So you had been out of work for a little while. For who don't know, my husband had been out of work just for a little while, and he had an opportunity to go to a company as a temp, and when he got there, they wanted to hire him straight on. So, yeah, we are definitely blessed. God has always watched over us and our family and our household. And we've been doing pretty good. And like I said, we step it out. We're going to do some new things in 2021, and we're not going to let people hold us back.
Better. I always try to do it a little bit bigger and better every year. As long as God allows breath to be in our body, we'll be on that vibe as much as we can.
True that. So we're gonna do a little bit of talking about nothing. What are we watching on TV, Marcus? What are you watching? I know we're watching two different things.
I'm in there watching sports. I'm trying to catch up on my ESPN since my Lakers lost last night against the Warriors. The boys shut my boy LeBron down. I think he only made like 6 field goals last night.
Field goals?
6 field goals.
What is a field goal in basketball?
Field goal is like a shot. It's like a shot.
I hate basketball. That's why I don't know what's going on.
Still, they shut my boy LeBron down and they end up winning. I promise you they ain't going to win the next one.
Oh, my goodness.
They will have a game plan, but they will not win the next one. Stephon Curry tried to do his thing, but the young boys had LeBron on lockdown and AD on lockdown last night. Boy, it kind of disturbed my soul.
Well, good. Your soul should be messed up. And he be wanting to talk to me about sports, and I love football. I'm a Washington Redskins fan. He want me to give up on my team. I can't, but I know nothing about basketball. But does that stop him?
You got to pay attention because they bringing in some more personnel for the Washington Redskins.
I haven't paid attention. We bring new personnel, and we get ready to get another offensive line coach, which I can't wait to see about that. And like I said, I think we're gonna do a whole lot better. And I'm not ashamed to say that COVID probably helped us go as far as it did. I know that's terrible. People getting COVID, they out. Like, okay, you out of the game, so we're gonna step on you to
COVID played a big part.
COVID played a big part in our life, and we were pretty good. And
thank God none of us ever came down with it.
Hey, come on, God. You did that. Never had COVID.
And keeping each other safe.
And my family has never had it. Now, people in my family has had it, but my immediate household,
COVID free for a whole year.
COVID free, wipe down, mask. We not
hand sanitizer.
We're not ashamed. We're gonna do what we supposed to do.
Like somebody stole my smelling good hand sanitizer, but I ain't call no names.
Don't call no names then. So that's what we're talking about tonight. See what's going on in our world, and see how we got things going on. I work today, and like I said, I always be tickled I always be tickled about the fact that I make a joke that I work in a slaughterhouse. And
she love it there.
I do. I love my job. I'm not gonna tell nobody no different. I'm not gonna tell nobody, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I won't do that.
She got some promising friends there. I give her that, and some promising well-being there because everybody love Miss Dana.
That's because I believe in treating people like I want to be treated. That's just nothing I say. That's how I really feel about that. I feel like you should be a good person. I feel like you should be filled in goodness. And I think if you want good things to come to you, you gotta let them do it. Like I always tell people that people are people no matter where you go. But if you treat people bad, they'll treat you bad right back. So yeah, I understand that.
I guess so.
So we was having a discussion. I was telling a story about my youngest son had last night went on an adventure. I said most people don't know. I have a I don't want to call him a gay son, and he goes on adventures. And he went on one last night, and one of his adventures was him and his friends went with him so he could meet up with his date. And while he was there, he phoned his date and texted his date back and forth. And while he was there, he thought his date, because the guy came in the exact color car that he was supposed to. So when he got to the car, he went up to the door. He told the guy, he's like, you don't look nothing like your picture. And then he was like, the guy told me, he said, I don't think I'm who you looking for, hun. And so when he was doing that, he said, the guy was like, I don't think who I'm looking for, hun. I think you are looking for someone else. And he was like, okay. So he apologized, and the guy was like, it's all right. So when he got ready to walk up, he said, another car whips in. And when the other car whips in, he's like, two females jump out. It was like, oh my God, you must be my dad. You must be cheating on my mom. You cheated on my mom with a guy. And my son was like, no. I wasn't in the car with this guy. And I don't know. And now he's stuck in the middle of a situation trying to explain to this man's daughters. And the guy was not trying to pick him up, and he wasn't trying to pick up the guy. So we was like talking about, and I was talking to my daughter Mickey and my husband Marcus. I was like, I do not understand online dating. Why can't people just go places and meet people like they used to? I understand that during COVID we can't do that. So it's more online dating now than ever. But I do not understand being in situations where you think you meet somebody and like the spouse shows up or the children shows up or someone that you don't know shows up. Because we have been somewhere together, me and my husband Marcus. I'll never forget this. Then we went and ate at the steakhouse, and the lady in the bathroom approached me.
You told me about that.
Approached me in the bathroom about my own husband. Why you with that man? And I'll go to church with his wife. I'm like, no, you don't. Because this is my whole husband. The whole thing belongs to me. So I need to know what you're talking about, Mel. That is nobody else's husband but my own. But
you only want to go to church with me.
I am the only one to go to church with you. So I was like, I don't understand people being in the situations. I don't understand that online dating can be dangerous. And plus, we have a love for all our children, so we want them to be safe.
Be careful.
Most definitely.
And be careful of strangers.
Yeah, and I know sometimes it's don't always, you ain't got to always be polite to people. You feeling threatened, you give that mug your ass to kiss. I promise you, it'll help you out a whole lot better than being polite.
Or you having a bad feeling about a situation.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Because
I be nice to everybody.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with being nice to people. If you start having a bad feeling about a person or
a situation,
yeah, you feel like you in a bad situation, and you, especially in a situation where you think you can't get out, don't be polite.
and don't say nothing.
Yeah, don't be polite about it.
Ain't nobody gonna hold you accountable of not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I do it every day.
Well, that's because you in your work environment, and that's understandable on your job. Sometimes people on your job make you not want to be polite to them. Yeah. But like I said,
sometimes your job you gotta do the same thing and just don't say nothing to a lot of people.
Absolutely, and sometimes it's just because you don't want nobody getting in your headspace and just making your day go bad. But I truly believe in telling people, you know what, okay, that's enough. And if they ain't get it, I'm like, I'm not going to let you take me out my character. I'm not going to do that because I know me, and I always know me. If I don't know nobody, I know me, and I know my mouth can get ratchet. Two T's, ratchet.
I just try to take myself out the whole conversation because I'm not finna allow you to wreck my brain on your foolishness come out of your mouth from your brain.
Oh, he says that, but I have been in a place where my husband had gotten mad and looked at me for signals. Why are you looking at me for signals?
Nah, that's been in the past. I'm talking about now as I got older. I just try to avoid situations, avoid people with they weird conversations and stuff. I just can't relate to. I just don't even say nothing. I just walk off from them.
Yeah, and that's the best way to be. You should be able to walk off for a person. Unless you, like I said, you're in a situation where you can't walk off and you still trying to talk to them. I'd be like, you know what? Sometimes taking the is what it is approach really works for you. Sometimes it might fail. You might get hurt in the situation. You might end up, but like I said, if they already to the point where they hurt you, definitely give them your ass to kiss and go for what you know.
Well, that's that saying that I came up with some years ago, dripping with dumb.
And wet with stupid.
Or you can do this. Stand there, listen to them, then walk off.
You ain't gotta listen to them.
No, you ain't gotta listen to nobody.
Listen
You ain't gotta listen. Especially when you're an adult. You ain't gotta listen to nobody. I tell you, I always respect all people around you, other people if you can. But you don't have to listen to people.
Most respect your elders. Those young people close to your age, a lot of times they ain't gonna talk right.
They ain't gonna they're gonna be just as ratchet as I can be. Yeah, you don't want that. Like I said, you don't want nobody, messing with you.
They talk about respecting elders, and elders don't respect young people.
And you should. I think sometimes the elders people they ain't always right neither. Some of them make you want to just. Whoo, I'm going to shake Miss Pearl. She don't get out my face.
We've been going through this most of our lives, even growing up, so this ain't nothing new to us.
It is, definitely. Because growing up in the South, you expect to respect all elder people, and you expect this yes ma'am and no ma'am. And I don't knock that, because I do yes ma'am and no ma'am. And
people from up north raised a different way. They're not raised on that.
No, I understand that too. But like I said, I'm not going to give away my values because I can't simply tell somebody yes ma'am and no ma'am. I'm not going to be disrespectful because I can. Yeah. Because I've seen, like I said, you can always catch more flies with honey than you can with salt. Just think about it.
I came out with a saying 2 years ago. I'm not finna entertain your ignorance. That's one of my main phrases. I'm not finna entertain your ignorance because your conversation and your mindset is not gonna drain mine to your level.
True that.
Nah, that's a no.
And like I tell people, I'm learning. Believe it or not, I'm just learning to stop saying common sense because what's common for you may not be common for me. I swear to God, I can't say that anymore. I can't use the word common sense for nobody.
I ask y'all a question: have y'all ever been in a conversation with a person and they comment come out of their mouth make your head go sideways, make your mouth open wider, or just make you thinking in the back of your head,
I can't believe it said this.
Am I speaking English? Do they understand English?
So yeah, we definitely want people not to be in a situation where they feel uncomfortable. I'm like, you know what? Walk away if you can. If you can't, be like, you know what? Forget this.
We done gotten all off the topic.
We did get off the topic, but that's okay. Talk.
One thing dealing with, they watches a whole bunch of these crime shows and stuff like that, and I want everybody to be careful about going out and about in this weird world anyway, meeting these new people because you don't know who you're meeting.
Yeah.
You definitely don't know your surroundings, and you definitely, most surely don't know who's with them or what's with them and what's their intentions.
That's why I say I like to meet in a crowd, meet in a public place. And my son did everything he was supposed to do. He took friends with him. He didn't go by himself. He met in a public place. He had been talking to this person off and on, so he knew somewhat, and they finally decided to do a public meeting, and it just happened to just go extremely wrong for him. But in the end, it turned out good. He said the person he was meeting was a very nice guy and everything. So it was all right. So I'm going to go and do what I got to do in my house and Enjoy the rest of the evening with my family.
Hold up. Wait a